Welcome back to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus Wiley. About to talk about, let me say it. I think it's my third favorite quarterback. And boy, you talking about it's tight at the top. My favorite quarterback is Lamar Jackson. Why? Because he's just so damn fast. It's just simple. Like, he can flick it. I like how he flicks it. He got a little bit of that, like, Vic flick to him. Like, it doesn't look like it's full of effort. Because I say what you want. When I see a quarterback going, oh, I'm like, oh, man. I should have played quarterback then. But when I see him go like this, and I'm like, did that ball go 80 yards? It's like, wow. But I love the elusiveness. Man, I am just into it, like watching a video game quarterback. But then there's Justin Herbert, who is just silly. He can run and he can flick it like that. But Josh Allen's right there as well, because Josh Allen, he's like RoboCop out there, just get out of my way. And this dude is gigantic. I remember meeting him at the rookie symposium. I got a chance to speak to his rookie class. I was like, God, dog, this is a quarterback? What the hell is this? Well, he's talking about changing this game right now, putting the seatbelt on. You know what happens when you run the ball a lot and you're a big dude and you're taking all those hits. It's time to play safer. All right. So he says he needs to make these changes to his game so he can continue to do this at that level. All right, so he made two things clear when he was talking to the reporters. He said, one, his football commitment, and two, the changes to his game are both things he's focusing on this offseason. Let's talk about the football commitment first, because people were out there chirping. They were like, Josh Allen, you play football, not golf. You got an excursion after excursion. We know nobody wants to be in Buffalo in the winter. Not even the spring, for real, because it ain't like it's nice in Buffalo for the spring. It's just nicer everywhere else, damn it. Come to L.A. for the spring. So what you talking about? So Josh tried to play it off by keep going on these golf trips. And then in Buffalo, they don't play that. Like in Buffalo, they used to tailgate for a Sunday game on a Wednesday. Them suckers is watching. They like, hey, Josh, where you be at, homie? Like, you ain't in them streets. So you're going to have to put in work in Buffalo if you're going to be a Bill. So it's funny he talks about both of those things, and he says, look, I know this sounds crazy, but I'm getting older. It's like I can't continue to do this. I know when I'm using my youth, I feel like I can, but over the course of my career, I'm going to have to learn to adapt and change. And I've always had the mindset of I've been a football player first and a quarterback second. And at some point, that's going to have to switch. When that point is, I don't know. I guess I'll let my body tell me. Interesting. Now, from that quote, I broke down a couple of things. One, don't let your body tell you. Let your mind tell your body. Because if you let your body tell you, it may be too late. There are things that happen to people that are catastrophic that alter who they are, right? By style of play. Give you an extreme example, RG3. Oh, I remember when RG3 went down before the playoffs, and I was like, that dude had an amazing rookie year. He better not come back. I remember testifying to my boys, don't come back. You ain't going to be ready for the playoffs. And he came out there. And I don't know how many plays he lasted, but I swear he evaporated on that field. You could just see how he was running and laboring. And then on one play, he just went womp, womp, womp. And we never saw RG3 again. Don't let your body tell you, brother. Let your mind tell your body. Another thing about it is, it's interesting that people are questioning his commitment just because he's not physically there doing the work. And that was always a tug of war between fans and perception and then the actual players' work ethic. Because I know some Hall of Famers that never were at the facilities. And then I also knew some guys who lived at the facilities that couldn't even step on the field because they weren't good enough. You know, it's like a weird balancing act of, I got to display my commitment versus my actual actions and work in my commitment, right? You got to open up the curtains to the theater so everyone can see that you're practicing and performing. Instead of just saying, no, I'm in there getting my work. I'll open it up for tickets when it's time to go ball. So I used to laugh at when people didn't think you were working just because they didn't see you were working. Or people weren't saying you were working. It's like, dog, how do you think I get this good? Remember Dwight Howard used to always get clowned? And I used to laugh at the people who were laughing at Dwight Howard because they really think that he just woke up 6'10", got out the bed, and decided to just be that damn good but never worked at it, right? Like, it's okay for anyone who didn't make it to just sit back and respect and almost marvel at the distance between how you can play a sport and how well even the guy you don't like who is in the pros can play that sport. That gap is wider than the Pacific Ocean, okay? It's okay, because guess what? That's the same gap I have for basketball players. The same gap I have for track runners. Like, dog, no matter how fast I am or how big I am, how strong I am, you think I look at a professional weightlifter like, oh man, he ain't even working that hard. That sucker has to grind to keep that divide that wide. So put some respect on Josh Allen for putting in the work. We obviously have seen his career just do that in individual production and a little bit of that in the team production, but still Super Bowl contender. Now, he needs to fix something else, and it's not so much how he plays the game. Injuries come as soon as you step on the field. Let's stop that. Tom Brady missed the entire season. Peyton Manning missed the entire season. And those two dudes can't run because they stuck in concrete, right? Two Statue of Liberties back there, and they both got broke down. Missed more games than Lamar Jackson. So let's stop with that. But let's start with this. My man Josh Allen, last year we saw him in the postseason, 2 games. Barely beat Miami, whatever, a win's a win. But then got slammed by Cincinnati. And you know, in those 2 games combined, people didn't really put this out there as headline, but threw more interceptions than touchdown passes, and it just didn't add up. What they need to work on is another wrinkle beyond Josh Allen doing everything. So hopefully his body stands up. Obviously, I know he's committed. You can't be that damn good and not committed. Hey, it's okay to play the game with the fans, play the game with the organization, show up and show out, and then show them the so you can go and have your fun and get your golf in. So I think this situation's going to work out good for Buffalo. They get them a running back. Their running game gets fixed. Josh Allen ain't the only reason up there that plays happen and that the ball moves up the field. Buffalo going to be special this year.